Hey everybody. Welcome back to another Chippa in the third person video log. On my way to work on Monday. I don't even know what the date is at this point, but it's Monday. Actually had quite a productive weekend. So on the personal front, me and my wife got to watch Bob's Burgers. Haven't watched an episode of it since last January. I'm not talking January 2020. I'm talking January 2019. So we've been catching up on those, and that show is as great as ever. We love it. It's just so freaking funny. And from the early 2019, they did an episode on essential oils, and it's funny because we have a friend that sells essential oils. So that was kind of a riot. So we got to do a lot of that over a couple of nights. That was awesome. On Saturday, I helped remove the rest of that tree. My sister-in-law and her boyfriend came over with a truck and helped pull out some of the weeds. The brush from that tree, and then big logs and take and burn it. So that was awesome. My neighbor's very happy, and now they're working on getting figured out with our insurances how that's going to get taken care of, but at least they're safe, no one got hurt, and the tree is gone, or the big piece is gone, so that's awesome. And then Sunday, I spent the day, or a portion of the day, so the dock I installed back in 2017, which I built with reclaimed wood from a neighbor's yard. My across the street neighbors, whose daughter now lives in their house, were like the friends of my grandparents, who were considered aunt and uncle. This was Aunt Ruth and Uncle John, and they're wonderful, wonderful people. And my granddad they helped build his deck that we used to have for the pool, and he helped build theirs. So they had wood, he had wood. The deck in my yard has been gone for, 15 years. But the one in his yard was still there, but the pool eventually gave out. And so the daughter was, trying to clear out the deck and asked if she could have some help. And I just said, well, if I can keep the wood, I'll go over there and take the whole thing down. And I took the whole deck down and kept the wood. And it had been sitting, it's pressure-treated wood, the good old-fashioned kind. Probably from the late 70s, early 80s, I'd say. And I took it and thought about what a dock frame that I could move around myself easily in a couple of sections would be. And bought some poles and dock corner pieces so I could adjust the height of everything, and put it in back in 2017, and it was awesome, and it made me really happy. And my dad actually got to see it, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, before he passed. Dates are weird to me lately. But, that was the house he grew up in, and I still have his boat that he had there, so having a dock is great. And unfortunately, I set it too low. The water line during the fall and spring ended up coming up above it, and it lifted and reset it and made a little bit of a mess. So this spring, I've been tinkering by myself, social distancing. Got down with the frog suit, the waders, because the pond is disgusting down there in front of my house. Have been lifting the dock in all the corners. It's been a rough job, but I got it done. And so that's all set. Replaced some boards, put some extra hardware in to clean it up a little bit, and then brought the floating dock back in. And now we've got our dock back, complete with kayak launch. So I can't wait. There's going to be some fun to be had there. Very proud of that. I hope my granddad and dad are proud of that too. And the fact that it's built from wood from a deck that my granddad helped build is even cooler. So there's that. Then on Sunday night, and I won't say what it's for yet because that'll be a surprise, but I was asked by a friend of me in my show, whose show I've been on, if I was interested in doing some voice acting work. for a couple of characters. So I recorded some quick lines, sent them out last night, got my fingers crossed, had a lot of fun with it. So there's that as well. So that'll be really cool. And then movies. I watched Blood Quantum. Have you guys heard of Blood Quantum? I will say, don't let the fact that it's a zombie movie turn you off. We've had way too many zombie movies. This is a friggin' great one. This is I would say even gorier the likes. This is more like Bad Taste and Dead Alive level gore when it eventually gets to its second act. But the coolest thing about this movie is it takes place in a native reservation in Canada. And so this is Indigenous Canadian. I don't know what I want to say Native Americans because that's what my brain's trained to do, so we'll say that. It's the same continent. And the cast is made up almost entirely of people of this Indigenous. And holy shit, are they all awesome. And holy shit, is the movie great. And the idea is that, it's your standard, zombie movie outbreak scenario, but it happens and revolves around what's going on with the people in this reservation. And why? Well, it's revealed in the second act that these people, for some reason, are immune. Like some of the animals that they've been tracking, like they say moose and bear, I believe, or something, are immune, but dogs and fish are not. In fact, the opening sequence that shows the fish coming back to life after they've been gutted is so freaking cool. This movie is incredibly well shot. Like, surprisingly, even for a movie of this genre, just incredibly well shot. A lot of the action sequences take place at night, and they're incredibly well filmed. The lighting and things are just fantastic. And the gore, holy shit, do they ramp it up to 11. This movie is just badass. It's a unique take on the genre, even though it's also trying to, be, hey, what if we did a version of this genre? Is definitely pretty heavily influenced in there, and the we being the indigenous tribes people of this area in Canada. I think it takes place in the 80s, is when it's supposed to be. But, oh man, is it the fucking balls. Boston area talking. It's wicked fucking pissa guy. I highly recommend checking out Blood Quantum. It's on Shudder. You can probably find it in other places. It delivers on so many levels. I would say this is like, it's a genre done to death, but similar to the way Fury Road, like, just breathed new life into a genre. It's like, okay, car, post-apocalyptic movie. This movie has that same energy about it, where it's just like, wow, this is just really freaking well done. If you're a fan of horror, if you're a fan of zombie gore films at all, or if you once were and think that they're a little done out, check this guy out. It's really freaking cool. Blood Quantum on Shudder. And that's it. It's been Chippa in the third person. I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye.